coming to you live from Miami, Florida, in beautiful MizuCon in the Miami Airport Convention Center. We are keeping you plugged in with episode MizuCon 2012 edition of F5 Live, refreshing technology.
This week we have MizuCon 2012.
Oh, ironic.
Oh, what a thing.
How that works out.
And we have one guest with us right now. We will
do.
have some more over the hour or so that we will do, but we should probably
You should tell me to say something.
Say something.
Nick. Oh, no, wait. I'm telling you, I smell something in the air. It still
Always.
exists. I'm not talking about the con funk.
The con funk.
It is. That's real, but there also is this like tech smell. And I think I'm talking about the new tech smell, because, Scott, I think this show right here.
This one
right here is part of the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here. I'm Nick.
I'm Scott.
I'm Alante.
I'm Erin, and if it's tech, I don't understand it.
But that is okay.
That is okay.
We are here to help you.
This
And
is
I
good.
need to let everyone know that we are here. Indeed, right? And wherever you may be and however you may be accessing our show, whether it be Facebook, iTunes, Zune, F5Live.tv, or any other of our streaming services, thanks for making us part of your day. But, of course, there is one place you can go to get all of our content. That's by going to F5Live.tv/join us. And make sure you chat with us live in the studio every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You can chat with us in the studio when we do the weekly shows, or, of course, when we do special shows like this, which is absolutely crazy. That's why we're a little bit distracted. There's a lot of people in this room. Last year, it wasn't the same. I was able to control an audience that was the same audience the whole show. This is a little bit of a curveball, but that's okay. Yeah. If you want to subscribe to the show and you're not listening live, we understand. F5Live.tv. Click the subscribe buttons on the right-hand side. Audio, video, social, and special events. So, we are here.
We are.
We are here.
It's been a while.
And I would like to say I think some of the attendance is due to the show tonight, and it's going to be an awesome, awesome show. And I think that the word has gotten out, and I think the fan base has grown, and I'm really excited to see the audience turn out for the show at 7.
Yes, now you say show.
Yeah, what show are we talking about?
We should backtrack here. Usually our listeners listen to things tech and internet and gaming and media. This is a little gaming, but more just purely awesome, right? Let them know who you are and what this show is. I don't think anyone knows, really.
Well, I'm the director and the writer of the 3000 Brigade show, and this show is called Hostile Takeover. It is the 8th show, and it's going to be here at MizuCon. We usually only do about one show a year, and a lot of them are up on YouTube if you wanted to catch up on past shows or understand some of the inside jokes that travel from show to show. And we have been lucky enough to perform for MizuCon twice already. This will be our 3rd performance with them, but only our 2nd show with them. We've done preview shows, we've done panels, and this is really exciting because we have a great stage space this year with lights, which is awesome.
Yes, it is.
And
it's been a while since you've had lights.
We have 2 projector screens for all the multimedia aspects that the show does entail. It is a live cosplay show that is like Saturday Night Live mixed with video games, Family Guy, that kind of humor, and it's definitely rated M for mature. So don't bring moms or kids because they just make you feel awkward. And it's very inappropriate, but a lot of funny. It's a good show.
Yeah, that's a good combination of things to have.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've talked about where you're at now. 8 shows in. How do you feel about this one compared to the other ones? Are they getting better and better?
This one right here?
This one here. See, it's like you've done this before. You've been on the show with us before.
It is. It's weird. It's like, I don't know. It feels very familiar. Deja vu.
Same smell.
So how does this show compare to the others?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, this show, to me, it has a totally different vibe from the other shows. It feels kind of out of control in a good way.
Okay.
It's very chaotic, and it's even more random, if that was even possible.
Yikes.
And it has another level to it that I feel like the other ones don't have. Each show, I strive to make it better and better and pull from our talents. But not only that, our cast and performers, not all of them were actors to start off with, and they've all grown so much. And I feel like I've noticed that more in this show right here, because
it's not here. It's at 7.
It's at 7.
You're messing with these people.
I am messing with their minds. But the actors in it have grown so much, and every time we do a show, they seem to get better and better. And a lot of the actors that were smaller, faceless parts before have grown, and now they're main characters. And I think it'll be really interesting for old fans who saw our show forever. They'll see these people and be like, "Oh, you hired new cast members?" And nope, they've just grown. They're awesome. They're wonderful, and there's always new characters. Lots of new characters in this one, and you never know what game system they're going to come from. And it's pretty exciting. A lot of exciting characters this time.
And not even necessarily game system. We've seen you bring some characters from all kinds of crazy places.
Oh, yeah.
The American Dad characters showed up last year.
Yes, it was such a cool show. We had Fran, Stan, and Roger on last year's show. It was a huge surprise. And I will say this. There is some unexpected characters coming again.
All over the place.
By unexpected, I mean they've never been in a show before, but you can expect the unexpected again.
Well, that's what
so they're brand new people, and we're bringing brand new people again from an outside source.
Awesome.
Just to clarify.
Well, I don't know that was clarification, but...
No. So if you want to understand where that was, you can go, if you want to have that moment, you have to come see the show.
You do. 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
For those listening live. We kind of did this one unexpected. There was a lot of stuff happening where we're sitting right now, and then we kind of had to kick them people out. Because you're more important than that.
Aw, gosh.
Okay, we're more important than that.
Okay.
Let's be honest here.
So I'm gonna jump the panel a little bit, and I'm gonna ask a question that our listeners probably don't know the answer to. I think we probably do, but where did the show originally come from?
Oh, I really love this question.
I know you do.
Because I feel it was so long ago. It feels like forever. But what happened was as we were getting older, we felt like there wasn't enough going on at conventions for our age. And I was kind of getting out of the cosplay thing. I love to dress up. I still love to be in costume. But entering cosplay contests were starting to get really boring. The competition in the contests were kind of lame. It was usually some kid still in high school dancing on stage to something they memorized in their room, and then there was 10 awkward seconds of silence of people wondered if it was over. They clapped and they moved on, and it was silly. So I had seen at another con adults my age performing lip-syncing to musical numbers. I thought that was so inspiring, but there was no plot, there was no story, and they were whatever characters that group wanted to be from whatever anime. Well, not everyone watches anime that goes to these cons, and even though it's an anime convention, you think that would just be the target audience. But our show strives to reach an even broader audience by bringing out video game characters, random characters from other unexpected places, like you may see tonight. And we strive to bring a lot more story, violence, action. You know, there's a plot.
Gotta love violence. Hooray for a plot.
I wanted to also, I worked with a lot of people in the circus for Ringling Brothers for a time. And when that ended, this was our way of still working together, because we always work so well together. We always perform together. I wanted to find some way to keep us together, keep us performing. And this is our way, and it's a beautiful thing. It combines all my favorite stuff in the world, so
awesome.
That's why.
Fantastic. Well, we were going to try and swap out,
and then someone disappeared.
He's on the phone right this second.
We got a guy over here.
Sure.
Hey, guy over here. Go around the camera. You're going to come on the show now.
We appreciate you being on the show, Erin.
No problem.
I know we've got a little bit of a time crunch because you guys have a panel in like 15 minutes. So
yeah,
we're gonna swap you out and trade in.
I have to test her real quick here.
All right.
Okay.
What's the website people can go to get most information about your show?
3kbrigade.com.
Oh, so you not only have a YouTube, but you have a professionally run site.
We do have a professionally run
site,
that. Thanks to some wonderful, talented, awesome people that always have our back.
Solidarity.
I love you guys.
Erin, thank you.
Thank you guys.
No problem.
Awesome.
We'll see you.
We will see the show tonight.
So our production assistant is not here, Carla. She could not make it down here to Miami. So we're yelling at people. That's what we're going to do on this show.
This show?
Right here. We're going to bring the mic back up, and we have the wonderful, oh, wow, it's like chocolate and vanilla in here. I like the
ebony and ivory.
balance. This is nice.
Cookies and cream.
This is great cookies and cream.
Making vanilla yogurt chocolate swirl.
Yummy.
If we were to trade places, I think we would look like a piano.
Yes, we would. Yes, we would, with chocolate keys.
At least my keys aren't flat or sharp, so that's good.
We should start a band called Chocolate Keys.
Chocolate keys.
Chocolate keys. Okay, let the people know who you are, Mr. Mann, sitting in the fourth chair.
Hey, Pluggets. I'm Troy Davidson. I'm with the 3000 Brigade, and I'm happy to talk to the internet. Hello, internet.
I believe this might be your first time on the show.
I am so happy that it is.
Excellent.
Thank you for having me.
We've had a number of the cast, especially at like AWA and whatnot. We've got the whole 15 people on the show.
I've eluded you.
Well, we have to give him some credit. In last year's show, we were in a room with a boat dock behind us, which was a beautiful thing.
It's true.
But he was controlling the crowd. When I would go, someone make noise, and he would make noise, and then everyone would make noise. That's awesome. That's the relationship we have. So it helps off camera.
I like to call myself a vibe coordinator.
Vibe coordinator.
Yeah.
Valid.
So outside of the show, you do a lot of things that not many people do. Let's talk.
Except for the maybe 2 or 3 months where only the show happened, because that's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes.
What other projects are you into right now? I've heard, I've seen the pictures on Facebook, and I've heard a lot of things. Let's talk a little bit about what you've been up to.
Yeah, I'm very lucky to be part of the South Florida theater community down here. It's a lovely group of people, and we do a lot of great work. And I just recently, actually, I got this beard for the beard panel we're doing, but I've been growing this beard consistently per show that I've been doing. I first started growing this beard because I had to play this sleazy kind of, I'm a Western guy, well, come over here, chill, and let me see you over here. And it was, very grimy. And so I was like, I'm gonna grow a little beard for this. I grew the beard, and then after that show was done, I was gonna cut it. And then the guy came around. He's like, I want to do Hamlet, and he's like, keep the beard. Nice. So for a month, I just grew this beard out. It got nice and hunky, and my goal was the bigger the beard, the less I have to act, really. The less I really have to try. And it worked. Yeah. There was a review that came out that literally said, and the bearded hipster Troy Davidson plays Hamlet. And I was like, yes.
That's great.
That's the best.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I did those shows. Mad Cat Theater Company is the theater company that put on Hamlet. It was a really crazy, funky German expressionism, kitchen sink, throw it in. It was just a wonderful, really show that we're all proud of. And next up, I'm doing a Russian show. So I'm keeping the beard.
In Russian completely?
Great.
Oh, no, not in Russia.
Oh, okay.
We're doing some Chekhov. So I'm going to be like, do you want the beard?
I think it's fit, personally.
I think if you shave your beard, you will lose all possibility of any acting that
I
you'll
won't
ever
even
get
act
now.
anymore.
You have to quit.
Yeah.
You would have to act like you have a beard. That's
just walk around with a veil with my hand over my face. But I also work at the children's hospitals. Sure. I've been doing this thing for about a year and a half with the Big Apple Circus. We work at Miami Children's Hospital, and we're clowns. We're 6 of us, and 2 by 2 we go in different days of the week and just cheer up kids and their parents and the employees that work there. The nurses there, they're so long and they see so many things. We go in there and make fun of them or juggle or just goof around, fall, trip, act like we know what we're doing, and it's a really cool crew to roll with.
And a little bit outside of the show, we started talking to one of your production managers, and she told us that you also did a summer camp. Recently.
Yes, I have the thing to prove it. I went to the Hole in the Wall gang camp in Connecticut, which is this great summer camp for kids who can't go to camp. They have serious illnesses. We're talking, the big hitters, cancer, sickle cell, HIV. Like these kids, the other camps that are available are not ready to. They're not able to facilitate their needs. So Paul Newman made a camp in the 80s specifically for these kids. And my job there was to be one of 2 clowns, clowns with no paint. We're not crazy like that.
Sure.
But we just go around goofing around, getting ourselves tied to flagpoles, water balloon fights, just kind of roaming stupidity.
Understood.
And it was the coolest thing. I saw the most magical people, and everyone that works there, top to bottom, from the staff to to the crew, to the kitchen staff, to the kids themselves. Everyone is there just to love everybody. It's the most amazing experience. And I did it for 2 weeks. Or 2 or 3 weeks, and it was really remarkable. It was really nice.
I believe you were being summoned to go to your panel.
Yes, we're doing the beard panel, Dirty South Beard Alliance. We are going to talk about all things beard.
Okay.
The magic of the beard through time.
And I believe you guys have a Facebook fan page?
Yes, Dirty South Beard Alliance is what it's called. You have to like it on Facebook. And it's going to be great.
Find it and like it.
Well, I think that means you should probably get out of here, and we will trade to somebody who won't be part of the panel. we appreciate you sitting down and talking to us.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, man. I hope to get on here again someday.
Excellent.
Let's make that happen. You guys need to make a trip to Tampa.
We can make it all happen.
Do this thing legit. Troy, pleasure, sir.
Thank you.
Guys. Thanks, Pluggets. Have fun.
So Plug Hits Live Radio, Plug Hits Productions, providing every one of your production needs. F5 Live Refreshing Technology is this show right here. Now, switching gears.
We're going to take 10 seconds.
Yeah, we have to. We have to. We absolutely have to do this.
This
All right.
guy.
We're flying off the seat of our pants here. I had to have him put on this headset because we were talking about it last night before the show.
The sound quality is pretty awesome.
How does it feel?
Sound quality is pretty sick.
So introduce
Pretty happy
yourself.
about that. I'm Trey Davis. I work with the 3000 Brigade.
And you also do...
I'm an
other
exotic animal
interesting
handler. I work with tigers, bears, wolves. I'm a full-time alligator wrestler.
That was the part I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
You wrestle alligators.
Yes, I do.
For a living.
Yeah.
Not many people can say that.
Handful. Most of them have their own TV show right now, though.
A handful because most of them don't have a hand.
More like this. I, on the other hand, still got
He
him.
wasn't an alligator wrestler. He was a tour guide that
that's
lost
what it
his
was.
hand.
I was a tour guide, yeah.
Airboat thing.
That was an airboat captain who decided it'd be a good idea to feed a wild alligator.
Yeah, that's
Or
always a
no
good idea.
Now you know why it's not.
Do
Yeah.
not molest the alligators. I've been told time and time again.
It is actually physically touching an alligator in the wild. The charge is molestation of wildlife.
Yes.
I've taken heed to that and have not done that.
That's gross. The actual reason why they call it molestation of wildlife is because they wanted to make the charge look as bad as possible. So if you're going to apply for a job, I'm going to look down and see molestation of wildlife. I'm going to think something a lot different than you just touched an alligator.
Indeed. Indeed.
So
What a clever idea.
That is.
And in this show tonight, you play. Can you talk about
this show,
the
I'm not
character?
allowed to say the character
All right.
that I am. This is a surprise. It's a character that we've never used before.
Understood.
This is
Figured
one
as
that we
much.
custom built just for this show, and it's. I think it's going to be a pretty big draw.
But the typical question is, you've played in the past. Name your characters.
I've played in the past. I do Red Link's voice. I have done Captain Falcon, Dark Link, Solid Snake, Blue Link, Stan Smith from American Dad,
I think that was your best role.
and I've done a variation of those voices.
Yes.
Very
Indeed.
nice.
Variation between multiple different ones. I do a couple different voices other than my own in this show that's coming up, but again with another character that's going to be a surprise.
Nice.
Awesome.
Another character that we've never used in any of our shows before.
Excellent.
We are excited.
We're looking forward to it. I know you've got to go get to the beard panel now.
Anything you want to plug?
3000 Brigade. Anybody needs an animal, come check out PredatorsUnlimited.com. We bring
go.
you anything you want. We do everything from small little chinchillas and things like that all the way up to a 6-tiger arena show.
6 Tiger Arena Show.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That
We
will
actually
be where
bring
we
a por-
broadcast the next.
We will bring a portable arena to whatever the location is and do a circus-style presentation with the tigers, get them to hop up on things.
How big
we
of a
do it with
space
bears.
do you need for that?
The arena can be adjusted to any size that we want it.
We are going to make this happen inside of a condo.
Say your website one more again, sir.
One more again?
One more again.
I'm going to do it one more again. It's going to be Predators Unlimited on Facebook or PredatorsUnlimited.com.
Excellent.
Trey, thanks, buddy. We'll see you in a little bit.
All right, fellas. I got to go talk about beards.
All right.
I will catch you in the beard panel,
Now,
sir.
Alante,
Yes.
you've been MIA some of the trip here so far. You've been wandering.
Yeah.
Talk about a little bit about what you've seen while
He
we
can't really because he also has to go to the beard panel.
Oh, you're going?
He has been invited
Oh.
to be part of it.
Honorary guest.
So we have to kick him out of...
I can say a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
What all that I've liked around here that I've seen, guy was wearing a full Tony Stark suit. He had the full Iron Man. Everything was lit. He can turn it on and turn it off at will. Beautiful. I've seen a full Spartan suit that was also beautiful. There is a little tiny Harley Quinn. It's a baby. Girl has to be no older than like 4, and she's rocking that Harley Quinn, and it's beautiful. She's got this giant gun that's bigger than her head. Excuse me. What else have I seen? There's actually a Sailor Moon standing in front of me who is also quite beautiful.
And a member of the 3000 Brigade.
And a member of the 3000 Brigade. So, I mean, that explains that. And many more. But there have been some impressive costumes. And this is my first MizuCon, by the way. So it's a pleasure to see that there are so many.
Not your first con in this hotel.
Not my first con in this hotel.
But your first MizuCon.
My first MizuCon. And not my first con.
Indeed.
All
right.
Listen,
we're going to let you go.
Do the honorary beard thing. See, why did I shave mine off? Exactly.
Camera, tripod, and charger.
I could have done this, no problem. And you made me shave it off for E3. LA Gaming Week Live. You said I looked homeless. They look homeless, and they're making it sexy. Homeless is the new sexy. Right? That's what I've been told.
You want to have...
Yeah, bring him down, too. Let's do this thing. Why not? We'll throw it all together. You're on, all right, and then we'll get him sitting down here, and we'll have a little bit of back and forth here.
You look familiar. I feel like I've seen you somewhere before recently.
Both of you guys.
That's right. How's it going, guys?
You guys are vaguely familiar, somewhat, something.
So, we'll introduce yourself for those who didn't watch last week, I suppose.
Well, if you didn't watch last week, I'm Robby. I'm a member of the 3000 Brigade. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
That's good. Second-time caller.
Second-time caller. Yeah, that's right. But, having a good time here at MizuCon. It's been awesome so far.
Excellent.
This is going to get real interesting. We've lost our production assistant to the left. Not Carla, but we had stand-ins.
That's bad news.
They are gone, this is going to get
It's about to get epic, seriously.
Stuff's about to get real.
So go ahead and introduce yourself as well.
If you guys don't know me, I'm Jakejames Lugo, also known as Venomous Fat Man. I'm the senior games editor now of ShiftedToYou.com, and I've interviewed these guys last year at MizuCon. I was hanging with you guys there and doing all kinds of stuff. I'm covering MizuCon this year, like I did last year, bringing a ton of new content to Shifted to You. It's awesome.
And we've taken a little bit of a shift to Shifted to You. Mm-hmm. I've met now 2 of the associates that have worked there, you and Tony Money.
Tony, yeah. And, Tony's the EIC over there, the founder of Shifted to You.
Right. Now, how much, what new things have you brought to Shifted to You in the past year? Let's talk about that for a little bit.
So far, not too long ago, literally, almost about a week or 2 weeks ago, I became the senior games editor, which means now I do my community manager stuff like what I used to do, but I also am in charge of all the gaming content that goes up on Shifted to You, including reviews, coverage, news, all kinds of stuff. And on top of that, I help, give input to some of the original content that goes up on Shifted to You, because recently we just partnered up with Full Screen and we're bringing all new shows, to our YouTube channel. We're trying to, do different things now on top of the gaming, with the movies and all that type of stuff. So I wear many hats for the most part. I'm like a Renaissance man over there.
Cool. That's an exciting promotion for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was really nice. I love working with those guys. I love working with Tone, really fun to talk to, just hang out. Same thing with everybody else on Shifted. They work really hard.
I've been away this week. Has anything happened in games?
Yeah.
I've been away.
What was it? Darksiders 2 came out. Sleeping Dogs came out.
Gotcha.
I know The Last Story on the Wii, which was done by the original Final Fantasy creators, came out. So there's games that are coming out. There's some stuff. There was a fake hoax that the PlayStation Network went down or got hacked or something like that. It was crazy because as soon as, that popped up on Kotaku and then it popped up on Twitter, everybody's like, oh my God, the PlayStation Network got hacked. And then 20 minutes later, it was like, no, it's okay, false alarm. So it was pretty funny.
Oh man, I can't believe I missed that. That's man.
Yeah, so it's been a weird week for games.
That does sound like a weird week.
What else is going on? So we had a couple of games come out. I have to just put this. I'm going to put this out there. I had an opportunity, because of last-minute scheduling, we couldn't make it happen. But I'm getting in. I can't say this. I don't like Twitter, but I'm getting into it because I realize that it's being used by a couple of people that work in our industry, and I need to pay attention to what they're saying. So I'm very good friends with you on Twitter.
Definitely,
and I'm good friends with the Hip Hop Gamer on Twitter.
Gerard, yeah.
And I've been keeping up with the chatter back and forth. He was almost able to make it on the show. I was going to put it down. I need Robby's take before we jump into your ability to respond on camera to the Hip Hop Gamer 3D technology, Robby. The topic is here.
Is it
The ability to take any video game console and make it 3D. Video game 3D-ish stuff.
Are you talking about the John Carmack virtual reality helmet?
There's that.
thing?
There's actually a receiver as well. What
Okay.
is your thoughts on the future of 3D gaming?
Well, I remember when the Virtual Boy came out, and that was amazing. I mean, did it work well? Yeah, not so much. But the concept of like things were coming at you, fantastic. I think it's one of those things that, like with gaming, it depends on what it is, right? What kind of game you're playing. If you're going to play like a racing game, 3D would be awesome because you're coming, or baseball or something, sports. Things that are coming at you, awesome. Side scrollers would be cool, but like, I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing of it seems like games are going the same way that the TV market did a couple of years ago, where they started doing 3D everything, which I guess the gaming is caught up with what the guys in the TV realm wanted them to do. So I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a weird thing. I have a 3DS. I love it. I like the glasses-free 3D. That's awesome.
Sure.
But I don't have it on all the time.
Now, Gerard, the hip-hop gamer, he was able to review a very specific unit that was able to take any gaming console and make it 3D. I saw the chatter now.
Oh, yeah. Believe me, I remember vividly what it was.
Now, he was able to make a video about it. You've not done the same.
I actually wrote an article about 3D,
I saw
3D
that.
gaming.
Here's your opportunity to take one of these question mark soapboxes and stand on them.
Oh, here we go.
And go ahead and speak your piece, sir.
You're going to get me in trouble is what you're going to do. You're going to, oh, God. But basically, what I was saying in my editorial, the whole article that I read, it was a long, long article about 3D gaming. Basically, I was saying that 3D gaming is not good right now. It's going to take a while. It's a combination of both. Not only the technology needs to advance a little further, but also the attitudes of the people, the consumers need to change. And most of that attitudes that they have is a little bit condescending, a little bit kind of, showing to the side. I mean, even you said you have a 3DS, you hardly play with it with the 3D on sometimes.
I mean, it depends on what game it is.
Again, it depends on what game it is. And what I was saying was, in my editorial, what I was trying to tell Gerard was that, regardless of what the tech might be, regardless if it's something that, could change anything into 3D gaming, doesn't mean necessarily that game was made for 3D. Doesn't necessarily mean that the mindset of the creators, of the developers of that game were thinking about 3D as a key component to the experience. And I give the perfect example, which is, again, commonly used, Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar. James Cameron knows how to make movies. Like, any movie he touches, millions and millions of dollars up the wazoo. He's awesome. But, okay, in addition to with the mindset of making a great movie, okay, like what he always does, with Avatar, even though Avatar had its issues, it wasn't a perfect movie, he still came in with the mindset to develop a film experience with 3D being a key component to it. Because if you notice, everybody, well, not everybody, but a ton of people went and saw Avatar in 3D. In 3D and IMAX, I should actually say, okay, because again, that was a key component to really experiencing that movie. The thing with games is that there's no one person or no one developer or no one studio that has created a game where the 3D is not something as an added addition to it. Like, for example, Batman Arkham City or Arkham Asylum, you can play that game in 3D, but when you look at it, not only things aren't really coming out to you, they're kind of receding into space, like you're looking through a window, but also the 3D doesn't really add to the experience. You get the same exact experience that you play when you're playing in a 2D. And I even say the same thing about the 3DS sometimes. Super Mario 3D Land and Mario Kart 7, I think, are the best ones that utilize 3D on the 3DS. However, they are not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Again, you're looking in a window into depth. I want the experience and the world to come to me. I don't want to have to go to the experience. Basically,
I think Scott and I are in the same boat as journalists who see a lot of things. We were in Vegas watching the 3D showcase, pretty much. Everything was 3D.
Yes.
I don't know about you, Scott, but I am excited about the possibility of something great happening. I just don't think, like you said, the tech is there yet, especially when they take 1080p and cut it in half to make it 3D.
Or the frame rate, when the frame rate drops on some of the games.
Like when they did Super Street Fighter 4 for the 4 Alpha for the 3DS, it was 60 frames when you played it without 3D. It was only 30 frames when you played it with 3D.
Right. And I liked the fact that for the hip-hop gamer to go and talk to the guy that invented this the little receiver that took the feed and didn't lose the integrity, was able to make it 3D, that's a great step in the right direction.
But it's not there yet.
It's not there yet, but the fact that you can turn anything into a 3D technology now without losing 1080p, I'm all understanding of why he's so excited about the technology. I think it's a great thing.
Now, the thing to know is that it doesn't really make it 3D.
Exactly.
Right.
That's another thing.
It adds depth.
Okay.
Which isn't the same thing.
The true definition of 3D, like I even said in my editorial, the true definition of 3D is that the experience that's going on screen, any type of media, film, games, pictures, still pictures like that, it's coming to life and it's tricking your senses into believing that it is real.
Right.
That what you're seeing and what you're hearing is really in front of you. That's why it's coming out of the screen. That's why you're seeing it in the third or fourth dimension now. Because if you've ever been to like Walt Disney World, they got was it Muppets in 4D?
Yeah,
right.
Something like that. But that's the main thing, is that it's coming to you.
Spray water on the back of your neck or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, part of the thing is the technology is the consumer is not really going to be all about it. I mean, I'm excited to hear about this box because that sounds like something as an add-on that's just you can do versus like, you know, who buys a TV every year?
Exactly.
Nobody buys a new TV every year.
Right.
You know, so like that's like a 7 to 10 year investment, right? I don't know if 3D will be a thing in 7 to 10 years.
We don't even know if it's really a thing now, technically.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. I mean, yeah, there's some. I mean, how many of the cable providers have you seen having a lot of 3D content?
Very few.
Very few, right?
That's true.
You know, it's just one of the, it's a both.
It's a commodity.
Yeah, it's
basically an added commodity. I mean, movies are adding 3D when really when you go see them in 3D, it's like, okay, why did I even bother paying the extra couple bucks?
Exactly.
Like that. I mean, at that point, it's just an add-on right now. It could be something greater if someone actually develops something, especially in games, that with the mindset like, okay, you have to play this in 3D. Like, there's no excuse at all. We don't have that right now. I want to see like a Kojima or a Miyamoto make a game like that, or even an Inafune and Itagaki make a game where he's got 3D in his head. Like this is how you play this game.
Right.
I think part of the problem is that you have such a range, right? There's no set thing that is this is the 3D. You know, everybody uses the same 3D. You know, like I think PlayStation's the only one that actually supports it.
With like MotorStorm Apocalypse on the 3D TVs and stuff like that.
Xbox doesn't have a 3D thing inside of there.
And Nintendo does. Nintendo has the 3DS.
But but I mean, like, it's just a problem of like, you know, there's no way for anybody to control how your experience is going to be, whether you're going to have a shuttered like active lenses, passive lenses, what that is. And so it's hard to really do 3D. You know, it's until that becomes a big install base, which I don't know when that's going to be.
Or if that's going to be.
If at all.
But I always feel, and I've always said this, even when we had before this generation consoles, the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox, people are pushing for realism as much as possible. And that, in order for realism to occur, there has to be some sort of third dimension added to the polygons of some sort. So I wanted you to take this time in 140 characters or more to talk about this, because back and forth it's like, oh, it's so close, but then there's not an opportunity.
It's not enough. It's just,
But then you have to listen next week, where we're going to have him call into the show when we're back in Tampa in our home office, and he's going to have his response, and then we can just let this thing go out. I'm not trying to cause a fight. I just want to get the other sides of it, because as journalists here, with what we do, we try to look at things from a very broad perspective,
right?
And kind
very
of,
true.
But people get really passionate about things, and I saw the passionate nature of both of you. Right. I was like, okay, I gotta have this type of conversation happen, because I want to hear from the fans for or against and what they think about the technology. So that's we'll have to keep it going, and you have to make sure you're listening and subscribed at f5live.tv. Click the subscribe button on the right and listen live.
I might come in for that. That sounds interesting.
Do you want to be there for that?
We'll see.
That's next week.
I'll be
we'll talk
listening
about
live.
it.
You're more.
I'll be listening to it live. That's
I know I'm
gonna be
welcome.
fun.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, always.
And if you're in the chat room, and I guess I'll make this plug to you, because for those who don't listen live, if you want to listen live, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, f5live.tv/join us. You can join us in the Ustream chat room. We will take your questions, and then you can also chat in.
Definitely.
But we're going to give him his peaks. He's going to give his time, because you had your time. He's going to have his time to go, this is why it's awesome. And a lot of it comes from the possibility of something great happening.
Definitely.
So make sure you tune in next week for that.
All right.
What's going on now is we still have a convention. We're here in front of the Tates and 3000 Brigade booths.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good things happening at this convention right now this weekend. You've had more time than we've had.
Yes, I was here
going
yesterday.
around everything. We've been in here.
Yeah, you
Right.
guys have been, kind of like hanging around stagnant, doing your thing.
Promoting
and
the
stuff.
show. Yes.
Advertising.
So
what has been going on?
Oh,
What have you
man.
seen that's been
I've seen a
Talkable.
lot. I've seen some cool stuff, some bad stuff, some weird stuff,
Welcome
and
to
some
a convention. Yeah.
epic stuff and some
There's-
not so epic fail stuff. But
There's actually a pretty cool companion cube walking past us.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
what?
I've seen
Yes,
Right there. Yeah, it's
very very cool companion cube. But
and I saw the creeper from Minecraft
Yeah.
a little bit earlier.
Yes.
I like the little box.
I also
have
saw
to-
the dude from Minecraft as well.
Oh,
and they
did
have
you?
the pickaxes
Yeah.
too. The little
Oh, that's
8-bit
fantastic.
pickaxes are awesome. But
Right there.
Oh yeah, there it is.
but there's been a whole bunch of stuff. Yesterday, was the first day of the con. Usually slow to get started up with all cons like
Now
that.
they started at 11 a.m.
Yes,
right? I
today
believe.
they started at 10 a.m. It was different. They changed it. Originally it was supposed to start at 10 a.m., but, I'm guessing because either people were coming to the hotel or setting up with the dealer's room and stuff like that, they probably wanted to accommodate
But
them.
usually Fridays are like 3 or 4 o'clock. With some
Fridays are
conventions.
usually late
later,
days. It
and they
was-
started
Yes.
early.
It was
Yes.
surprising to see a full day, but
Yes.
not a bad surprise.
But it's been great so far. I mean, they had the guests that came in. They did all kinds, different panels, special things in the main ballroom,
Right.
which is awesome. They did this really cool panel even today, actually, where some of the voice actors were, they were hot behind a curtain, and it was called Ask Anything to an Anime Character, and they would talk in the voices of the specific anime characters
That's
that
funny.
they did in the series, and they would
fun.
answer all kinds of funny questions. And so it was fun for the fans. Cool
Yeah.
things to do, and then autograph signings and all that.
That's
panel
interesting.
rooms.
That actually, the first time I saw them do that was at AWA 2 years ago. They did that, and then they did the voice panel last year instead.
Yeah, that's
But
cool. I
that's-
mean, it's fun. It's really fun. And then everything else, yesterday they had this MizuCon ball, which, it's kind of like a dance, but it's a very formal ball where you got people dressed up in all these different kinds of like suits, the tuxedos, the dresses, even, dressed in cosplay as anime characters. Like there was both a Renoa and a Squall from Final Fantasy VIII, and they were, doing their thing with the ball. And there was a woman that actually came and sang the ending theme song to Cowboy Bebop as like the closer to the entire ball. It was really nice, really beautiful, really crazy.
That's
That sounds pretty good. Yeah.
another cool inspiration from AWA. That's
Indeed.
and we go, as a group, we go to AWA every year, and I know one of our favorite things to do is go sit outside
Oh, yes.
the ball and see everybody coming in there, and some of the most incredible dresses and incredible cosplays. We saw formal Stan and Kyle from South
Yes.
Park
Wow.
last year.
That was
I
good.
got a couple of pictures. There's one on our
That's
Facebook.
awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was. That was probably my favorite.
Wow.
That's really cool. But yeah, the con's been awesome. I've had such a blast. I mean, I got to talk to some of the guests here. Really, really fun. Got to talk to Doug Smith. He did a lot of voices. I believe it was for Case Closed. I forgot.
sure.
I think it was Billy or something like that. I forgot the exact name. But I'm going to get to talk to Monica Rao pretty soon, probably later today. She did, one of the voices in Dead Man Wonderland, which is on Toonami tonight, or if it's not already done. But and also Lisa Ortiz, who I talked to last year, that she came down here. She's part of, I forgot the exact show, but she's done a bunch of different anime shows that are really popular, and she's really cool. All of them are really cool. Cons are awesome. Anime conventions, great. Gaming conventions, great. Comic book conventions, great. So
Are you?
Conventions are great.
Yeah.
I'd say
Conventions
yeah.
are-
conventions are great. Plain and simple.
Is the long schedule of today going to interfere with your epic Toonami live tweeting?
No,
later
it
tonight?
will not. It will continue. I am kind of a little bit disappointed. I suggested to the staff that next year for Saturdays they should have a live, viewing of Toonami, like the main ballroom and like a big
They
screen.
should.
It should have happened. I'm telling you guys,
should
it
just
should have happened.
Get
but-
a lot of projectors and put it
I mean,
outside.
Everybody loves Toonami.
Crowd seating.
It'd be amazing. It'd be fun. It'd be really fun to do that, to watch Toonami with everybody else. Commercials always suck. That's always the worst thing. But
Sponsors are awesome.
It's fun, yeah.
Right?
It's
true.
Sponsors are awesome.
Sponsors are awesome,
But-
and if you want to take a look at our sponsors, you can go to f5live.tv and click the links in the center.
Yeah, but
getting there.
It's pretty
Oh, okay.
cool.
I had it.
Just making sure. Sometimes you tune me out.
Oh, I do tune you out a lot, but
But the live tweets will be coming tonight. I'll be doing that during probably like at least maybe 1 a.m. by the time I get back over home, and they'll just continue to go. We'll watch Toonami. There's some new shows coming out tonight. We got Samurai 7, Eureka 7. It should be cool.
Now, are you I don't know how many shows you've seen from the 3000 Brigade. How many have you seen?
I believe I've seen two so far. This will be my third.
Which ones did you see?
Okay, I saw the one last year.
Gotcha.
MizuCon, and I saw
Discuss.
And I saw also at Miami Comic-Con. That was the first comic convention that I came down here in Florida that I saw. So I got to see that was the first time I saw it, and I had a blast. It was
that
fun.
was a good one. I was the star.
Nice.
That was a good one.
That was your favorite one, I believe.
That was your favorite? Nice.
It was a good one. I like that one. I got to play Boris Badenoff. It was fun. That was very fun. I got a lot of things.
It was cool. The 3000 Brigade always gives a good laugh for everybody after, like, everybody's stressed, working, setting up, doing all kinds of stuff. You go there, you have a great laugh, and you just let loose.
It is a good time. It is a good
really
time for
fun.
all of us. I mean, we have a good time doing it. It's a labor of love. We don't get paid to do it, but it's a labor of love. We love doing it. And, this is our 8th show. So, it's going to be awesome.
Now you're going to be there tonight.
Yes,
You're not going to miss out. There's some.
Not you. Not you.
You talked to me. I was like, yeah.
No, Robbie's
of
not gonna be
course.
here.
I will be there.
I will be there. I'll be taking pictures and all kinds of
I'll
stuff.
be live tweeting during the show.
You should.
You should,
I
yeah.
totally can.
I think while you're on stage.
Hashtag 3000 Brigade.
That's
Let's get that trending tonight.
Yeah, there you go. Let's get
do
that trending. That'll happen.
Yeah. I think that is the only social media we have not tapped yet is the Twitter.
Yeah, I was resistive to it as well. And I
3000
still am.
Brigade plus Twitter equals the world.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Joe.
We're gonna put you in charge of that. You're gonna get 3000 Brigade trending tonight.
Okay, let's do it.
Start that.
Let's make it happen.
Let's live tweet that.
Yes, let's live tweet it. Let's make it happen, people.
Can you live blog the show? That'd be fun.
I think we can.
That'd be cool.
We can. We have the app on our phone. I think we can do that. We can do the Cover It Live.
Oh, it would be interesting to do an actual live blog, do it on Cover It Live or something.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Give it commentary to like a football match. Be like, oh, check out, here comes a funny part, or some crazy like that.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I could see you guys like start it, and then it would be just quiet for a long time, and then you go, oh right, I had to. Yeah, it's great. It's still going great.
We're doing a thing.
It's
I
still
forgot
going.
about that. Crap.
That's why we got the guy over here to our far left here. He can live blog it and live tweet it and live everything it.
I'll do
That's
it.
right.
I'll do it.
That's it. Done. Live everything.
happening. It's
It'll be
It's
all
a wrap.
live everything.
Are you gonna record it for Twitch? Have it up for Twitch TV?
I'm not gonna record it for Twitch TV, but
Okay.
I will take an excerpt and actually montage it into all my coverage for
Oh, good.
MizuCon.
Awesome.
Like I always
I
do.
love
I did it. I've been doing taking little excerpts from some of the big panels here.
Right.
I'm definitely gonna do the 3000 Brigade. I can't miss that.
Awesome.
What do you have in store for tomorrow?
For tomorrow,
Have you planned that? Have you gotten that far yet? I mean, it's only 4:15.
I mean,
now.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Me too.
cool.
I
Yeah,
plan on
naps are good.
napping.
Naps are pretty good, but as far as
Naps
me,
are pretty good.
But I'm just gonna hit up most of the panels. I'm gonna continue taking pictures. Like yesterday, I put up on like maybe 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, like 500 pictures that I ended up getting all to Facebook.
Nice.
And as soon as I put them up, everybody starts like tagging them stuff, and my phone starts blowing up with notifications from Facebook.
Nice.
His battery was dead.
I'm thinking like oh my god, like maybe like it's my parents or something calling me. No, it's Facebook. Notify me that somebody like tagged them or asked to be tagged to the photo. It's like, but
I've had that. I've had it. Like birthdays. You just go, oh, just no. I think I love you guys,
care.
but look, man, 55 people going, hey, happy birthday. You're just like, I'm done.
Wow.
At the 54th person, I don't want any more.
Oh, man.
It is the reason that I have stopped doing it.
Yeah. I will say a panel you want to look forward to tomorrow will be the 12 o'clock pun panel.
The pun panel,
Pun
yes.
panel.
That should be pun.
It should be. It's on Pun Day, so
That's
it
a
should
hell
be
of a
pun on
pun.
Pun Day. Yeah, it's pretty punny.
Nice.
Are you going to star in that? Is that why?
No. Our lovely Brian Richards will be starring in that.
Brian Richards.
That's
Yes.
right.
Is he photogenic? Is he gonna? Can you convince him to come on here and?
I don't know.
chat?
He's working, so
He's
I don't know.
he is
dude,
technically.
He's in
he's-
pro god beast mode.
That's what's
so
happening right there. I see that happen.
He is an actual Tate employee, as I am basically a Tate's employee.
You're an honorary.
Actualize
Taste
or
employee.
No,
basically.
I'm basically. I'll
You're
It's like you're there, but you're not there.
I'll explain it later. It's
Fair enough.
It's complicated,
That's funny.
but yeah.
That's the status on Facebook.
That's the status. of
Me and
Facebook.
Tate's Comics, yeah, it's complicated.
complicated.
Especially since I moved to Orlando.
It's basically
it's now long
complicated.
distance, and
There you go.
it's really
Oh.
sad. I try to talk to her every day, but I can't. It's hard. I miss my store. I do.
And we couldn't have done this. We got to make sure we thank them. We couldn't have done this at all without the help of Tate's Comics and
Right.
games and videos and toys and more.
All kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, we do a lot of things.
They've supplied us with a space and the ability to do this show right here without getting kicked out by
That's right,
security.
right
and,
next-
and boxes to
boxes,
be used as
yeah.
tables.
Right next
Awesome
to our,
boxes,
our
Mario
dancing
boxes.
cage.
Yes.
Cool
Oh
Mario
yeah, let's talk
points.
about the dancing cage for a second.
There's a
Have-
dan-
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you guys can't see it. It's right there.
It's here.
But there's a. There's
I can
a,
touch it.
We have made a cage.
Don't worry,
to
I
dance
have
in.
I have plenty of footage of dancing in the cage.
I
from
got
earlier.
pictures.
I will
I got
put
pictures.
it in
That was
there.
hilarious.
You have footage of me? I was in there for like an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You were dancing your
I got plenty
your
of
shirt
footage.
off.
I made
Walked
a
in there, I
dollar.
was like,
There's
what is
been
going
a
on
camera
here?
right above you most of the day.
Okay, good. All right, good.
Aimed
Awesome.
into the cage. So
Awesome.
yeah, no problem.
I made $1. I was very happy.
You are set for life.
I am. Misty gave me $1. It was awesome.
That's another $1 towards Pocky. There you go.
Well, I hate to say I'm kind of over Pocky.
What?
I know.
Oh, that's a shame.
If you work at Takes,
Yeah, I eat a lot of.
Oh, well, yeah,
I've
that's
eaten a lot of
true.
Pocky.
I mean-
Pocky ramen. Yeah, it's
It's kind of overkill.
the new snacks I get into, but like this is one of those things of being part of that has kind of ruined some things for me, and one of
Sure.
them, I don't get to have the same kind of convention thing where it's like I get to go, oh my gosh, and everything, which is awesome when I go to like the MegaCon or Metrocon. It's just like awesome. I could go to a con and not just have to like, oh, I'm working a con.
Right.
It's just completely different. But it's Pocky's fun. I do like Pocky.
Yeah.
But now it's more of a sometimes treat, not an every time treat.
I just want
Like
sushi
cookies.
all the
It's like
time.
cookies.
Sushi's good. I love sushi.
I just want that
Okay.
all the time.
All the time.
all the time.
You must have
sick
a
of
high
sushi.
mercury level. Like
Oh, yeah.
ridiculously high.
I mean, we could work on it. What are we doing later? Are we gonna get some sushi?
Is there around here?
There's an Asian buffet around here that I'm going to tonight for dinner. It's a wrap.
I think
We're making
buffet
dinner.
is a hair thing.
Yeah, it's buffet.
You're thinking-
Buffet.
You're thinking of
Son,
Buffon.
it's Asian
Buffon.
Chinese. It's happening, son. I'm at an anime convention. I'm going to go have some Chinese.
I love that.
Boy,
Pacific.
that actually is
Any Pacific Rim, it works, right?
Any Pacific Room.
that sure sounds reasonable right up until the point where you think, wait, that might be racist.
Oh God.
Asian Chinese.
Oh man. Now. Oh God.
I'm at an anime convention. I'm gonna go have Chinese food. Wait,
Wait, what?
No,
You would think Japanese.
Japanese
That's
food is
what-
what it is.
That's all-
There's no Japanese place around here, but that would be cool if they did.
Actually, there's a really good. We'll talk about it later. I know there's a really good one.
All right, we're gonna make this happen.
I used to
We're
live.
making this happen.
I used to live here, so I know the spot. It's about 15 minutes that way. You love
That way,
it.
just
Are you
literally
sure
right
it's
there.
that way?
Yeah, it is that way.
I love that.
I'm not gonna go through the wall. How about-
In our pre-production meeting that we have before our show, we said, well, we'll maybe write some things down, but I think what we'll do is just have people on and talk.
Yes.
Because
Freestyle.
There's a lot of tech news that happened this week, but there wasn't very much to like discuss and
Yeah.
give our opinions on. So
Not all that interested.
we're just gonna
Anything
chat.
interesting? Nothing interesting.
Chill.
No, nothing.
Not really.
No,
I
not really.
Did I miss? So I missed some gaming stuff. I did not miss any tech things.
Verizon's Spectrum deal went through from the Department of Justice.
Okay.
You
Oh,
got
wow.
that?
A
Whatever
new
that is, yeah.
Samsung tablet was on the front of USA Today.
Cool.
A couple of things.
It's
How
not,
big is it?
It's
How-
not all
how-
that exciting.
How big is it?
I think it's a 10 again.
Ooh.
I know.
No, you got excited.
People have absolutely.
I think he was
You
pretending
couldn't
to
see
be
my
excited.
face. It was like,
people have.
I'm not I can't. I only have a computer and it's a laptop, so I can't get. I don't feel like I can get on the tablet board. You know.
Is there someone behind us right now?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
We
over
got
there.
stuff.
Cosplayers,
Tell 'em
peoples.
we got stuff here.
Is it?
Or people.
Is it our people or
I don't
No,
know.
not our people.
I've been
That way.
watching to make sure nothing left. On
Yeah.
its,
Okay. Yeah, they're moving. Yeah, they're good.
Don't go
Here we go.
stealing
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like my heart.
Told him that.
Don't go steal my heart.
You're on camera.
Don't go breaking my
Hey,
heart.
we gotta get him on.
That's true.
We gotta get the
Yes.
Apple Genius on because I want to talk about Windows 8 being destroyed
Oh,
by
I'm-
some reviewers here on the show, or not on our show, but
Oh,
on
brutal.
their shows. You're up next, buddy.
50 minutes. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Cool.
So, give them your contact information again. Let everyone know where they can get your
Sure,
content, your
well-
name, your email.
that,
well-
that pizza place has a Facebook page on the side of their box.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
It's awesome.
Are we getting some of that pizza?
Should like
sorry.
them on Facebook.
Probably will.
Ignore
get
me.
some of that?
Continue.
Okay.
All right.
I love it in shows when people talk to like off camera. Like Are we doing that?
You're doing this
like
for making
people
us
are
happier?
watching or whatever. All right,
Yes,
so
no, maybe. I don't know. Repeat the question. All right, but anyway, you can find me on shiftedtoyou.com. That's where I post all my stuff, my editorials, my videos. Doing a video review of The Expendables 2 on Monday. That's going up because it was on Thursday night to Friday, but, with MizuCon happening, that's going to go up then. It's going to go up along with the MizuCon coverage on there. All that stuff on there. My YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/VenomousFatman.
Gotcha.
All my stuff on there, video reviews, game reviews, movie reviews, con coverage, all kinds of stuff. I'm on Facebook, facebook.com/VenomousFatman. That's the Facebook fan page for me. I put all the updates of what's going on with me, what conventions I'm at, what events I'm at, goes up on there. And I'm on Twitter, @VenomousFatman1 on Twitter, and I talk about everything. I do the live tweets during Toonami, and I talk about all the stuff going on with Shifted to You.
Argue
what's going on
with
with
him.
me.
Just argue with him about anything.
Bring it, son.
Doesn't matter what. Okay.
Come find us before the show. Make sure the 3K show will get you taken care of.
So
figure it out.
there's a 1 in your
there's a 1 in my Twitter.
There was already a Venomous Fat Man.
No, apparently there was somebody already using the name Venomous Fat Man. I was like, okay, come on. There's no way.
You are an imposter, sir.
There's no way somebody thought of this before me. And I was like, somebody's already thought of it. There's one of those things that, I was getting a professional email for myself. Mm-hmm. My name is Robert H. Greene. I had to go and find a whole bunch of different combinations of initials plus whole things plus numbers. Like the one I just wanted was Robert H. Greene, 42, and that was gone. And I was like, okay.
So you had to include your blood type. Your white
SS number.
Your white cell count.
I made it so complicated that I had trouble remembering it.
I don't know what it is anymore.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
But it's professional. I don't, whatever.
35,000 white blood cells. Robby H. Greene, 42 is my birthday at me.u.com.
Yeah.
My head
Nobody
hurts.
uses me.com.
Me.com.
No.
It's me.u.com.
Oh, is it
.me.
Oh, it's a UK site? Okay.
Yeah.
Me.uk.co.
Me.uk.co. Wow. Fail.
I love it.
Oh,
Awesome.
my goodness.
Perfect.
Cool.
All right. We're going to have you pop off.
Yes, I got
and,
You want to grab Hassel?
Yeah, once he finishes munching down his food there, and we got to get Marlent on at some
All right,
point.
so
too.
I will see you guys later.
All right, man.
Peace.
Take it easy. So that's good. A lot of things happening right now. Madness is occurring.
Is this the biggest con? No. But it is really packed. I've been really happy how full it's been today. It's been fantastic.
Yeah.
These are not user friendly.
Oh, what? They're not Mac headphones?
Don't start that here. We don't talk about.
Are they not Apple headphones? So okay.
All right, we got you on here.
Right.
Who are you?
See, it's
First time I've
going to
ever
help
been
if you
on
put
one
the
of these.
mic next to your face. And then,
Is that better?
Yeah.
All right.
Talk to them. Tell them who you are.
Hey, my name's Hassel. I'm one of the cast members for the 3000 Brigade. I guess, do we call ourselves feature players?
Sure. I'm a feature player.
Me too.
We're all feature players.
Can I be a feature player?
Featured.
I have a
Absolutely.
shirt. Does that count?
That counts.
I don't have one of these cool things. I want to wear that one.
Oh, you want that one? All
I
right.
want to wear that one.
I mean, do you have the Obi? Yeah, the
I don't have that yet.
Yeah.
Is there an extra one of those? There's over there.
actually probably is. Thanks for
There
taking
probably is one
I'm gonna
laying
wear
around
this here. I
somewhere.
got this
Thanks
on
for
now.
taking
Look
my
at me.
badge.
Yeah.
I'm a feature player.
So you guys excited?
I am. Are you excited?
I am
still on you.
absolutely. I'm absolutely ecstatic. This is going to be the 6th show, and every time it comes down to any one of the shows, I feel the same way.
And you're the star of every show. You've played what characters?
I've played a Pikmin, which was by far the highlight of my acting career.
It was good.
Yeah, it was great. Then I played Ganondorf, Raiden, Ganondorf, Ganondorf, Ganondorf.
Gotcha.
And then we'll see tonight.
And I believe you are going to be.
That made it sound less like it's a surprise to the audience and more like it's a surprise to you.
You might. I think you're Spyro the Dragon tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
I may be, yeah.
yeah.
He's all the Skylanders.
I am all the Skylanders.
Because
I'm just gonna.
You know that game is about Spyro the Dragon, right?
Oh my God.
It is. It's Skylanders Spyro's Adventure.
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab
gotta
every
do.
single Skylander plushie, and I'm just gonna staple
Oh, the
it to my
plushie. I was like,
body.
if you try to get the actual Skylanders, people will tackle you because
Yeah.
you'll be very, very, very expensive.
Yeah, I've been to GameStop. Those things are ridiculous. They're good. Don't get me wrong. It's a great game, but it's an interesting game. It's just not
enjoy
my
it?
thing.
It's fun, right? It's I mean, is it the most complicated thing ever? No. Is it fun? Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm more of a sports person, so I've been stuck on MLB The Show 2012 for the past 2 months.
I thought you were still doing FIFA.
No, I stopped doing FIFA after the last one, but I'm excited because I pre-ordered this new one.
Can we play FIFA on Xbox?
Oh, absolutely. If I had an Xbox. I'm a PlayStation Network kind of guy.
I understand because you hate Microsoft, but we're going to get you an Xbox. we don't hate Microsoft, and you shouldn't either.
Boom! No one should hate Microsoft.
For students, small businesses, and developers, make sure you go to the Microsoft store at f5live.tv and click the link.
It's right about here, in the center.
It's our proud
right
sponsor of the show.
Covering my face.
You need to buy an Xbox from that website. So everyone should actually.
Yeah, one of those $99 Xbox.
Exactly.
Hey, you know what? You guys can all pitch in. My birthday is September 15th, so hey.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Right?
I don't.
You guys want to get me an Xbox?
I don't
want to
get 2
welcome
copies
to
of FIFA. Is what I don't want to do.
Right, exactly.
Let's talk about something important here.
Yeah.
Man, my mind went so many different places.
Yes. Trey couldn't do it because he had to run off to the beard panel.
Right.
If people haven't been watching the show, there's a thing you guys do, and I don't know how long you've done it for, the Bro 5.
Yes.
Can we talk about the origin of your Bro 5s and where we've ended up with that whole thing? Because it's insane.
Yeah.
I don't know how much time we have to talk about that, but...
No, we can talk about it very briefly. So the Bro 5, me, Trey, along with Robby, and a couple of the other cast members, we used to work at a children's theme park, and it just kind of came to be like a greeting. It was like, at first it started with that bro hug double fist bump thing that you saw on TV, on like the Budweiser commercials, where it's just like, you know? And then it grew into... hey, let's see how ridiculous these can be. So then we started leapfrogging over people while we were high-fiving them.
Yep, I've seen that one.
Yeah, I've seen
it. It's a good one.
Yeah, they're great, and they evolve every single time.
So is there a new one for this show?
We can't tell you that.
Oh, okay.
I can neither confirm nor deny whether there will be one.
I learned your one from last year.
Yes, I remember teaching it to you.
Yes, it was difficult. But
do you still remember it?
Part of it.
Okay.
We can't do it now.
Right, but
we got to
try
check
later. Yeah.
I remember.
No. Okay. Yeah, we can't talk about it.
I remember you and somebody doing it in the elevator in Atlanta.
Who was that?
I don't know. But it's a glass elevator, so we're sitting there. I think Joe and I were sitting at the bottom watching you guys go up, doing this craziness in a glass elevator.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do. I had to take part in it because it was such an awesome thing.
It is. It is a pretty awesome thing, yeah.
It got to a point that while I was coaching youth soccer in Weston, I started teaching the kids how to do this, and it became a soccer scoring kind of thing. So it's like, hey, you scored a goal, you get to Bro 5 somebody.
That's the best thing. What a motivational tool.
Yeah, that's great.
You are brilliant, sir.
They were not allowed to Bro 5 any other time.
Or you made them run, right?
Yeah.
Good call. I like that.
No, it's great. Great motivational tool.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
You should do that more.
Yep. So
what was the real reason you wanted, other than the obviously 3K stuff, what was the thing you wanted to bring Hassel over for?
You wanted to harass him some.
Okay, so
I don't know.
I need your take on this.
Oh God.
Couple of publications this week, and we're just throwing in a little bit of tech news as we talk on the show this week.
No, that's fine.
They are
just letting you guys know I am completely biased to whatever he's got.
That's why
it's the reason we're asking.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's specifically because you're biased.
A bunch of fanboys, bandwagoners, professional publications, that's all a synonym, have bashed Windows 8, and they've brought in, some of them have even brought in usability experts to test the interface, and have said that it's not a usable operating system. However, it is a great operating system. Now, the interesting thing is, hey, Marlene, is that red light still on? The red little dot? Is it on there? The red dot? Okay, good. Just making sure it's still recording.
Hooray!
All right.
They've. Yeah. I love talking off camera to people. It's the best thing ever. Okay.
It really is. Can we? No.
No.
All right, great.
Okay. Now, Microsoft has.
She's like, I'll get on camera if that's what you want. Here I am.
All right. That's good. We're going to get you on the show in just a little bit. Don't worry. We're going to put you in this chair.
This chair?
This chair right here.
This one here?
Now, Microsoft, last time I checked here, Scott, has a team of like 355, I don't know, I'm making that number up, but a lot of usability testers and experts and
Microsoft?
Yeah. They have them on
like
file.
Multi-PhD guys, crazy, scary.
So clearly some thought
smart
was
people.
put into the OS. What's
Right.
your take on the future of not comparing it to Mountain Lion or anything like that, but actual
Because those are semi-unrelated.
standalone
Partially.
Windows 8 operating system and environment? You have the floor, sir.
Okay.
I'm curious to know your opinion here.
I think
So
we
I'm
have to
gonna-
start this by saying that the views and expressions of this individual
Oh,
here
yes.
do not reflect
Yes.
his employer.
There you go. Let's just leave it at that. Well, I'm going to start off by saying the last Windows system I actually used, operating system I actually used personally at home, was Windows ME.
Oh,
And that was just, ugh.
Well, yeah, we
Windows
agree.
98 3rd edition.
Right.
Got it.
As far as work, I actually worked
Me.
with XP, and I also worked with Vista. Now, with that said, I'm actually excited to see what Windows 8 is going to look like from a developer's point of view. I've done some very light developing but most of it has been to iOS. With that said, I'm excited to see what Windows 8 is going to look like, specifically for the reason that they're making their computing operating system and their mobile device operating system the exact same.
Right.
Right.
Same kernel.
Yeah,
Pretty-
it's
pretty
the
exciting.
same kernel, same coding for everything. So I'm excited to see, number one, that. And believe it or not, I'm excited to see what the new Windows tablet is actually going to do with it.
The Surface.
Because
Yeah.
from what I've seen, it looks absolutely amazing.
It's
and it
mind-blowing,
looks,
right?
It is. And dare I say it, it does look like an iPad competitor. It looks like it could go ahead and take some of the iPad customers from it.
And to be fair, it's about time there's a competitor out there because until
true.
there's competition, there's no growth in an industry.
There's complacency.
Exactly.
Right.
So-
I mean, even if the screens get better, it's the same machine.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
It just is, oh, it's prettier. That's great.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice
But,
to
yeah.
see the industry
Right.
move forward.
At least
Competition
because Android
ends up
hasn't done it.
pushing I think competition it's what ends up pushing
Right.
technology forward.
That was the way Microsoft was until there was nobody, and then there was complacency.
Which is why Bill Gates personally dumped so much money into Apple when
Yeah.
it looked like they were going to close up because he didn't want no competition because that's a disaster.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Now we got to make sure we point out Windows 8, the Pro edition, not the RT edition,
Yes.
is going to be the competitor. At the end of the day, the RT it's still a powerful device, but it's still missing so much.
Kind
of it.
It's a
kind
mobile
of.
device, yeah.
It doesn't. It depends on what your usage is. It is not. It is the Windows version of the iPad, really, because the desktop applications don't run on it.
Right.
Right.
It is kind of its own environment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of the direct iPad competitor, whereas the Pro version
Is
is
a full-fledged PC,
right.
Yeah.
in tablet form.
I mean, that's your Ultrabook competitor. Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, whatever happened to Ultrabooks?
They're still around.
Yeah,
They're getting
I've
better.
seen a
Doing-
couple of them.
They're getting
doing
better.
around, yeah.
The new one is one of our best friends, the online editorial director for Laptop Magazine, Avram Pilch.
He was awesome. I really enjoyed him last week.
did you
Yeah,
enjoy?
I did.
He's always
He
fun.
comes on every week and gives his reviews on all
Except
things.
this week.
Yeah, well, we're here. I think he's with his.
He's there.
Yes.
He likes the the Yoga.
Yes.
Lenovo or
I think
Asus?
it's Lenovo.
don't know.
Oh, now that you've said that.
Right? It's one of those two, but they make a Yoga Ultrabook. The screen bends backwards. So you
That's
can-
kind of weird.
Yeah, it is
Wait,
kind of weird.
So it goes like
Yeah,
this.
you can do that with it if you wanted
Yeah,
to.
so-
you can,
backwards.
You can go all the way
So
around with
does it
it.
reorientate so you can kind of like show people things?
You
Is
can change the orientation.
Is that what it's for?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's got one of the best battery lives, and it
It's-
uses the 3rd Gen i5.
It would be really
from
cool
Intel.
for like
Yeah.
a booth setup
Right.
where you could just flip it around and show it.
It's
but-
using Ivy Bridge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's good. I
And
mean,
then
yeah. I mean, the Ultrabook stuff has been interesting so far. I mean, you obviously go to the Air comparison, but I mean, I don't know. It's been good. I'm really excited about the Surface. I think the Surface is going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
I love the little keyboard with the trackpad that is more of a case than a keyboard and a trackpad.
Right.
Which is
To be honest with you, when I was watching the people from Windows, unveil their new tablet,
Right.
everything was kind of expected. I was going through it, through the motions of saying, okay, that looks kind of cool. That looks pretty good.
Right.
And then they showed the case off, where you can actually flip it, and it has a keyboard on it and stuff like that, and then go. Oh.
It all makes sense.
This is
And
a
when you think
computer.
about it,
Gotcha.
there are 2 data ports and a magnetic jack in the bottom. But there are 2 data ports.
Yeah.
You know that's not the only thing that data port is good for.
Right.
I can't wait to see what the OEMs come up with
Right.
to
It's gonna
put
be
into
great.
that data port.
Yeah. Like I said, it's going to be fantastic. I'm hoping for the sake of just technology in itself, it does great.
Yes.
I'm hoping it does give the iPad a competition, so that
That would
way
be good for everybody.
Yeah, it would be absolutely great for everybody.
It should be a sidewinder port, so we can bring back a joystick. I want a joystick. That's what I want.
Well, it's
Everything
it's
needs
got
a joystick.
USB on it, so
There you go.
plug a joystick
Real
into
life
it.
needs a
good.
joystick sometimes.
And bacon.
Yeah.
A
Bacon.
joystick made
Wait.
of bacon. I love this.
Does bacon need a joystick,
Yes.
or real life needs bacon?
All of that.
Okay.
bacon
Everything needs bacon. Are you
needs,
kidding me?
needs a good,
Yeah.
clear display on the bacon. And
Yes.
a joystick. I like this.
We at E3 we had homemade bacon ice cream. That was
It's fantastic.
That's great.
Not bacon in ice cream.
I've never heard of bacon in like ice cream or something like that. I've heard of like bacon chocolate chip cookies and stuff
Yes.
like that. And then we celebrated Ani's birthday about a week ago, and we went to Jackson's, and Trey was very adamant about having bacon in his strawberry and banana shake.
Right.
The waiter never heard of it. Waiter went, in the 40 some odd years I've worked here, I've never heard
for
anybody put bacon. And we were like, oh, okay.
Good for you. Give me bacon.
So
I don't
ended
care
up-
if you've heard of it.
yeah,
Give me bacon now.
I didn't.
I'm afraid you've heard, give me some bacon. I said, give me all the bacon.
How much bacon do you have?
Exactly.
You may need more.
So what ended up happening is he got a side of bacon. He actually chopped it up there at the table and tossed it into his strawberry and banana shake.
They really wouldn't do it?
That's a little intense. I'm not going to lie. Ours was vanilla-based bacon ice cream.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
But
It
to be
was-
honest with
it
you,
was really
strawberry banana, bacon, not a bad thing.
Okay. That's a lot of different breakfast foods happening all
Well, I
at
mean,
once.
if you have your strawberry banana pancakes with bacon, that's what that is.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
I think I want like mango kiwi bacon.
You can't.
I want ice
Not
cream.
this weekend.
Oh.
So if you
No,
literally,
'cause you're gonna
if you
kill Joe.
yeah, if you had a mango,
Mango.
within the vicinity
can't
of the
do mango.
hotel,
She
no.
can't. Not at all.
Oh.
Very much so.
And
She's
he
allergic
can't
to-
do strawberry. There's a lot of exotic
Oh,
fruits.
Ani can't do a strawberry either.
Ani can't do. Give each other high fives. He can't do strawberries.
He's allergic to strawberries as well.
He can't do strawberries either. It's
Yeah.
thumbs up for
Yeah.
deathberries. Yay, deathberries.
I love deathberries.
That's why I personally gave up strawberries about 4 years ago.
You
because
love
it
her.
kills.
Yeah, because it may potentially kill my girlfriend.
Right.
Well, that's part of it.
Yeah. Okay.
He almost intentionally killed
Okay.
you once. Let's
Okay.
talk.
So,
hold
let's
on.
do this.
This is story time.
All right.
Hold on. I'm gonna make sure I'm clear on hearing you right because we're soundproofed here. He accidentally killed you once, almost on purpose killed you
Okay,
once. That's what
so-
I'm hearing. Go ahead.
Very first date,
You're a murderer. Is what I'm understanding.
attempted.
It was-
Attempted murder.
It was months in. I am being corrected from off camera.
A good,
Okay, it was a good 6 months into our relationship. I
we go.
decided to make
Is
her.
that you had your
Is
first
that when
date.
you had your first date?
That's what I'm understanding.
No,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
it was like the first time I ever cooked for her at home.
Okay.
I
So
see.
Oh,
I
this
cooked
should
her
get good.
A very fancy dinner, and for dessert, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna be amazing. I'm gonna have chocolate covered strawberries, not even knowing she was allergic to strawberries.
She should tell you these things before her first meal.
Well, here's the deal.
Yeah.
I decided to get all romantic with it and asked her to close her eyes, and then
Oh.
decided to feed the strawberry to her.
What are you doing?
Oh
No.
Then, as she's chewing the strawberry, opens her eyes, looks at me, and goes, "I'm allergic to strawberries."
Did you swallow it? Okay. Because then you would be partially at fault here.
Immediately, I
Smacked her
had
in
the
the
tray
back.
of strawberries, and I decided to go ahead and flip them out of the way as she ran towards the trash can to spit out the strawberry.
You should have reached in her mouth and you pulled it out. Shame on you for not telling him food allergies before dinner.
I think we may need to give her a microphone.
You come over here and you need
Come
to
s-
defend yourself on
Do
camera.
you want
here.
to switch?
This is not okay. What's happening here?
She says I'm good. Okay.
No. By all means, she's correct in everything she's saying. She might have told me at some point within the first 6 months, but it's something that slips your mind.
That's right. The thing that's going to kill your girlfriend.
I've worked with this guy for 6 years, and the one thing I remember in the first year of us going, oh, we're going out to eat. Let's have this. He's like, I can't have strawberries. I'm like, oh, yeah, noted. I don't forget that, dude.
Well, yeah. Now 4 years later, I cannot have a strawberry. I go into ice cream parlors and I'm like, oh, you know what would be really good? A strawberry milkshake. Nope, can't have it.
Won't do it.
Won't do it.
Smarter than that.
How long did it take you to learn that Joe couldn't do mangoes?
Yeah,
was it less than the time that you learned about Ani having strawberries?
I've known Joe since before Ani, and I didn't know she was allergic to mangoes until about 2 years ago.
Okay.
It means he cares about you more. That's what I'm hearing here. That's
important to know.
I mean, I guess you can infer that, I guess. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Trying to help him out here.
I
He
didn't
asked
know.
her more questions, or has attempted to kill her more frequently than Joe.
That's probably
Also, I've never attempted to feed Joe chocolate-covered mangoes.
That would be a very large...
I don't even know how you would chocolate cover a mango, like without it, because it's all slippery. It'd be like,
You know what? There's ways. All right.
but we will not figure that out this weekend because I've decided not to kill Joe. I think we shouldn't do that.
You've decreed not to?
I've decreed.
Okay.
It's kind of my motto.
These guys
Don't kill Joe.
I
Big
won't
words.
kill Joe. That's what I say all the time.
Now, that's a
not
good-
going to kill Joe.
Joe, of course, being one of the three
She's our technical director.
masterminds behind the 3000 Brigade shows.
Oh yeah, I stopped using like mango pomegranate soaps and things
love pomegranate.
just because I did like if I ever got to see Joe that day, I don't want to touch her and have her like whatever
Explode.
Yeah.
A funnier story: if you ever get to
that should be
Killing
good.
somebody?
no, if you ever attempt to kill somebody, no, if you ever talk to Brian, who is Joe's fiance,
Beyonce.
his name is actually fiance. It's like Beyonce but with an F. He loves, but absolutely loves mangoes.
Really?
Yeah,
It's a great
It is his
relationship.
favorite fruit in the entire world.
Is it really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Now,
I'm gonna go give him a hug later.
That's the best thing ever.
I'm going to go give him a hug later.
Yeah.
you need to.
I'll be like,
man
I'm
is,
so sorry you
That man
can't.
is gonna go the rest of his life without a mango.
No, he can have.
Unless Joe and the girls decide to go out on like a trip and stuff
He's
like that,
gonna go
and
on
then
a
we have
mango binge.
we're gonna have
go mango
mango-thon like 20 something,
Mango-thon.
where the only thing we eat for days upon days is gonna be mangoes. And
Mangoes,
then if
just
Ani's
all the
not
time.
here, it's gonna be mangoes and strawberries.
Shakes
I
all
love
the
this
time.
idea.
Yeah.
Can I join for that? I want to be a part of that.
Yes.
Mango, strawberry,
It does seem to be a
thon.
very,
I love this idea.
very detailed plan.
It sounds like an amazing idea.
It does. It
This is
does.
the best idea ever. I decree this being the best idea ever here on the show.
Being here is the best idea ever.
You know, thank you. We appreciate it. Normally, see, you were here
Especially at
last week.
7. Being here at 7 will be even better.
I know. I gotta leave soon. I know.
7 o'clock.
Oh, that's not what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
I was telling them they should be here at 7.
What if they're in another part of the country?
It's a sad story.
Fly here.
It
Teleport.
would be such an amazing idea to live stream these things.
The show?
There'd be a lot of copyright issues, I think, right? Maybe.
I don't
I mean,
necessarily know that I have already
Hey, Nakia's back.
had a conversation
Nakia.
similar to this.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I am personally not
You're not at liberty to say.
against it.
I got you.
I think
Neither
it's
am I.
a good idea.
I think it'd be a great idea to build our fan base, especially for people that are like in the Nether realm,
Yes.
or Netherlands as he likes to call it.
Netherlands.
we do have
Yeah.
our superfan here. Dude came all the way from the Netherlands. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
It looks like
Is
we're
Nakia
going to
replacing me?
We're going to kick somebody out. Who are we going to
Robby.
kick out?
Robbie's going to go.
Okay.
All right. Whatever.
This helmet-
we actually.
Oh, you both have to
I
go.
actually
No,
have
that's
to.
fine.
I actually have to get him into makeup before the
Okay.
show.
Handle
Good.
that.
I'm sure Nakia can fulfill both
Oh,
of our roles.
I'm certain.
Or you can
of it.
talk. You can talk to Carol if you want, or
He's
Shanna.
definitely big enough.
Or
Carol is
or
in
Kanisha.
Cooking Mama outfit
or
right now.
Kanisha.
It's good.
Kanisha, you want to come on the show? You want to come talk to the people? There's people on the internet that want to talk to you.
Tell her to come back later.
All right, people on the internet, our lovely dragon monster over here. We'll talk to you later, I guess. I don't
All
know.
right. So, gentlemen,
So hit her up. She's at. You should.
I think she might have her own Facebook
He
page.
said he was going to hit you.
That's right. That's what I said. Hit her up at Dragon Monster. Or Twitter. That's her Twitter handle.
Hangle?
No.
Her Twitter hangle.
She's got a hangnail. Leave me alone.
I'm just going to mute him.
So
Do here.
that's good.
So I'm going to go. So you guys have a fun rest of the show.
Yes.
7 o'clock, main events
See you
room.
in a little bit.
We're going to see you in a little bit.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Most of all, enjoy our show. It's you guys have been through us for what, like 8 shows now?
I've been through you.
So many shows, but
6 times a
It
night.
sure feels like it.
enjoy it.
So you guys,
I think 5 full shows and the preview show 2 years ago. So
sounds fantastic.
That was great.
You guys, I might see you guys
5.5.
next week. If not, have a great time.
Yes. All right.
I've actually been calling it the half show. So
The half show. All right, we'll have one last guest on here, I think. Scott, if that sounds
Yeah.
good
Oh,
to
yeah,
you.
that sounds
and then
good to
we'll
me.
wrap up here. We have to save the best for last. Now, warning, sir, we are A-rated.
Oh, this is A-rated.
Before we even give you an unmute, you are muted right now. You put those on. We are A-rated. You put your hand up in the air. You say, I will not curse on the show. No, your right hand, sir. Go ahead.
I was trying to fool you with this.
I will not curse on the show.
I will not curse on this
And
show.
we're going to bring your mic up. Hello.
Hey.
Hey,
you know,
how's
it
it
would have been really great to have him make that pledge on the question mark box.
If it
Oh.
would hold, I think it would break.
Not like stand on it.
We could
Oh.
we could do it again. I could put my hand like
I
this.
think we're good.
All right, who are you, sir?
I'm Nakia.
Yes.
Judge Nakia.
Judge
Nakia.
Nakia as well.
For those that follow us on Facebook.
Judge Nakia at Twitter and
Yes.
on Facebook. Yeah.
And you're here.
I'm here.
You are part of the 3000 Brigade. Kind of odd kind of got into it. You got excited about the show and we're like, I'm going to do stuff with Tates.
I'm going to hijack.
Pretty much.
It was funny because that was the roundabout way I got into the 3KB because I'd been following them for like 5 years and I was like, hey, I've been at every show and I want to be in the show, and they were like, oh, just keep stalking us. And I was like, okay, this is year 5. I've been stalking. I would like to get into the show, and they're like, no, keep stalking us. So then I got a job at Tate's.
That is always Erin's answer.
That's the
To
way in.
everybody always.
Always, and
Keep
I
harassing me.
love her, and you have to harass her all
Yes.
the time. So I finally started working at Tate's, and then we were preparing a show a few years back, and they were like, we want you to be on the show. And
The
I was
half
like,
show, right?
The half show.
Yeah.
And I said, sure. What do you? And
He needs it.
and
No, I want this. I want to keep this. All right.
maybe he doesn't have to give you
next
anything,
week you
really.
have to come on the show.
Next week you show up and then you.
No, okay, I'll give it back to you. I'll give it back to you. Okay, I have to explain the Penguins for a second. We
I
have to
am
kind of-
confused. The Penguins and the
Let me
and
explain the
Tupac.
story, and you will understand what is happening here and why I'm about to have a panic attack.
You should recognize the 2 big guys
Yes,
there.
you should.
They
Oh
they
yes,
came from
I
your
said
store.
and the Tupac.
There are
They came from your store.
Yes, every time I travel, we do a show on the go. We bring all of our studio with us. This has grown over time, but it started with my girlfriend at the time would give
I
me a
think
penguin.
Robbie is leaving with
Robby?
the penguin.
Robby, we need the penguin.
I'll give this back to you. I'm going to leave the penguin right here. Okay, so take out. So that's not nice. So
That was the agreement. You know he was going to take one and not
know.
give it back.
I know.
That was the next level.
So
You lied to him once.
what are you going to do? What? You can't have this one.
So
I
anyway,
was
the
telling
reasoning
why.
behind the penguins.
Yes.
Yes.
So I started with like 2. And I put them on my monitor on the show, and they kind of sat on my side. You can't see them on camera.
Right.
But I had them on my side. And we did a remote show, and I was like, oh, we'll just bring the penguins. It'll be funny. So I had my 2 penguins. And they've grown since then.
2 penguins.
Started with 2. We're up to like 12.
That's a lot of penguins.
But so we bring them. I have them on my show, and we bring them everywhere we go. And we got to a point where one of the shows we didn't bring the penguins. We lost all of the audio for the show. The penguins come with us for every show now.
Yes.
I understand. It's sort of grown into that.
Without it, and that's why you can't take that
the
one.
reason why NASA eats peanuts
Yep.
when they do a launch.
Doesn't have to make
the
sense.
same kind of craziness.
But we lost all of the audio for this huge performance except one track, and we had like 9 tracks.
Wow.
For a 3-hour show.
A 3-hour show.
So we bring the penguins now.
No, it makes sense.
And the Tupac and Biggie are from Tate's. I thought those were awesome.
No, they're awesome.
So
I'm
they,
glad that.
they come with us because they're from Tate's. That's actually the reason why those come with us.
I love these gentlemen.
We love you
so much.
You do.
have no idea.
So you're part of the. You got into Tate's. That was your way in.
Oh yes.
And then
the half show.
The half show.
And
that's where we were at, and then Robby distracted us.
He did. They came to me and said, we want you to be in the show. And I was like, okay. And they're like, it's a half show. And I was like, I could do half shows. And they say, we want you to play someone.
I'm half an actor. So
I know. Totally
works
half
out
an
well.
It's convenient.
And half a person.
3/5.
3/5. So they said, we want you to be someone from True Blood. So I'm thinking, I was like, oh, I love Lafayette. I could do Lafayette all day. So I'm super excited. And I get to the house for rehearsal. And I'm sitting down, and they're talking about the script, and they look at me, and they say, Nakia, you're going to be Tara. And I said, what? And they're like, you're going to be Tara. I was like, Tara?
Tara.
Wait, what?
I'm going to play Tara? So
I have things that she does not.
That's what I was saying. And they made me be Tara for 3 shows. I was Tara for 3 shows. I was Tara for the half show. I was Tara for the show after that. And yes, and the show after that. I was Tara. So 3 times I've been Tara. I hope that we've retired the character. Not that I don't like dressing up in women's clothing.
That right there is an indication that it has at least been retired for this show. That's what it sounded like. Oh, spoiler.
Maybe not. But yeah,
we like to mess with you guys.
Yes,
I've done a lot of cool characters, and like this show, I'm really excited for. There's a new character that is being introduced, and I get to be that character, and it's sort of amazing.
You were also one of the Shy Guys,
Baby Bones.
I'm sorry.
Which was my favorite character to play because it was just so.
We're going to be joined by another 3K member while we're sitting here.
All right,
do we need to tell her?
Yeah, raise your right hand. Because you're muted right now. I will not curse on the show.
I will not curse on the show.
All right, we're bringing mic up.
Your mic is off until the pledge is made.
Until now?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
And it's so hard.
It really is.
I'm not going to respond to that.
I've been. Why would you? No.
That does not make it better.
It does not make it better. Okay. So
introduce yourself real quick.
Hello, my name is Jordan, and I'm a brigader.
I thought it was brigadier.
Shut up.
It depends on what country you're in.
Oh, okay.
There are rules now. It has evolved. That's fantastic. So, Nakia was just telling us about his history with the troupe. Mm-hmm. Tell us about your history with the troupe.
Well, I had long dreamed of a show like this far before I knew it existed. So, I mean, who doesn't wake up every day and say, I wish the Brigade, the Smash Brothers were real, and then I can...
And in the future.
Exactly. So, I had met Erin on the creator of the show, on another project that I was working on, an original playwright, and got interested in the group, and finally, after a while, was asked to join.
And what was your first show?
The first show was the Almost Got 'Em Villains Unite show.
Okay.
Yes. And I had a very brief role, but it was the start of a beautiful and long, hopefully.
So I guess the question is, you have a bigger role this time?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay. That's all we will ask.
Yes.
You've got a bigger role this time than
my first.
Kind of showing up and then vanishing.
Yes, there I was, and there I wasn't. You know, kind of a thing. But it's just it's lucky to be a part of it, even in the slightest.
It's a great group of people.
Yes, definitely.
The fact that nature has brought so many interesting people into one.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know how that happened.
Magnets. It's
a weird gravitational
And there's something
pull.
for everybody in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
There really is.
My favorite weird tidbit about the group is that Kanisha, who plays Bowser, did not know who that was when she started.
I don't think she does now.
She knows who Bowser is.
Kanisha doesn't know who that is.
I do know that they made her sit and watch some gameplay.
Oh, they did?
Early on in the history. I don't know if any of it held.
There.
People are yelling at us off camera.
I know.
Here
I
that
don't
are
know
not
exactly.
related to the 3K. It's kind of scary me, actually.
Fortunately, I can't
And there's
hear a thing.
a guy just staring. He's gonna shoot me with his tipped gun there.
The orange tipped gun?
Yes. Let's talk some stuff non-related to the 3000 Brigade show. You were working on a special project that
right?
we've decided that you can talk about.
Really?
Yeah.
A web series, right?
Yes. Let's do that.
Well, it's very. It's still in the pre-development stages.
Sure.
So there really isn't much to say about it, but
you're working on a web series.
I am working on a web series.
You have a regular project because these things happen for a short while and then they hibernate for a while.
That has to stew. All my projects that I write and you know I like to try to be involved in as many facets of acting and performing and expression and I have ideas every 2 seconds, and sometimes the ones you put on the back burner, they just kind of stew and they get better and better with time. And it's fortunately with the 3000 Brigade, we found a committed team, a very large group of people who are committed, and that's one of the trials of trying to start your own web series or whatever it is.
Right.
So I'm trying right now to kind of put that all together because it's unfortunate sometimes people have fame and they don't deserve it.
Yes.
But we do have this window of this that we didn't have 20 years ago.
Right.
And we should all be taking advantage of it.
Right.
And that's sort of, you know, I want people to see what I'm about. So why not?
Right. No. So when you get everything together, you'll have to let us know, and we'll
I would
have
love
to
to
talk about it and do
I would
things
love to. I plan on definitely having something together within the next, hopefully, few months.
Good, because what we want to do here, and that's what we've had a lot of guests on the show for this week, is have everyone come on and kind of talk about their other projects. Because after, like you said, Scott, after the 3000 Brigade, there's other stuff that's going on for a year.
Exactly.
And then we come back to the show, and then
I think everybody has to wave at him or he won't stop.
I don't think he'll stop regardless.
Trey's back from his beard panel. That's good.
It was wonderful.
Was it good?
It was great. I was there.
Nakia, you're doing other stuff too. You are doing a podcast.
I am doing a podcast.
I've listened to a couple of episodes.
Really?
I'd like to see more of it and in more of a consistent basis. But you do something, and let's talk a little bit about that.
That was actually a really funny story how that came about because I was talking.
I like funny stories.
Tell me more.
I was talking with 3 other friends about maybe starting a podcast.
We've developed a little bit of a crowd, by the way.
We have.
It's good.
It's always fun to have a little crowd.
Because we're awesome.
Indeed.
Nakia's here. That's.
Oh well, let's not give me too much credit. But it was me and 3 other friends, and we would always sit down and talk about things, and we decided that maybe we should do a podcast. So we were working on it, and then I don't want to call them lazy, but they just didn't have the drive to do it. We would just talk about it, and I was like, I really want to do this. And then I was on Facebook one day, and I have a mutual friend, Alex, who had posted on Facebook that he was looking for people to do a podcast with because he had equipment.
Okay.
But no people, and I had people and no equipment.
Look at
so
that.
I was like, "Oh, this is going to be magic." So I called him and I was like, "We should do this podcast." And he's like, "All right, well, who do you have?" And I was talking about my people, and then my people were just sort of just, "Oh, we'll do a podcast if you really want, but
Right.
So it worked out that me and Alex had a mutual friend, Nathan, and then we invited him on, and then we had another mutual friend, Kelly, and we brought her in, and then we decided to just give it a try, and then. We a couple months ago we had our first year anniversary, so we've been doing it for longer than a year, and it's pretty fun. We didn't think that we would be around this long, and
here you are.
Here we are.
That's what we said our first year.
I
We're
would say
6 years into this now.
I remember hitting that milestone.
6.5 coming up on soon. Man.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I really want to start doing video podcasts.
We will have to talk after the show.
Oh, we will. We should.
We will.
Oh, we'll definitely have to talk because
I wasn't gonna.
It's the way it works.
That's what you do.
I wasn't going to until he said that.
Okay, well, I was.
I
was going to talk to him either way.
That's fair.
It's just a couple of G's.
Yes.
.podbean.com.
.podbean. Podbean.
What do you talk
.com.
about?
And
Yeah, what do you discuss there?
oh, well, we used to do, in the beginning, we would record 2 back-to-back, and the first one would be strictly comic books that came out that week, and the second one would be just pop culture and comic stuff and,
I love it.
and movie stuff. So now we've shortened it to just one podcast. We do a little bit of comics, and most of it's just, comic-related stuff or geek-related stuff.
Gotcha.
So it's pretty fun. And we're on iTunes, too. You can download it for free
Excellent.
on iTunes. So. It's fun.
I believe
downloads.
we're coming up on a time where we're going to have to get these guys into costumes, into
Yes.
makeup, and all that stuff. So I think at this point we're going to wrap up.
Yes. Wiki.
We appreciate you guys coming on the show.
Wrapping.
I appreciate you guys for having this show.
Yes, thank you for
No
having
problem.
me. Thank you for asking me about
Yes.
my project, even though it's nothing
Early.
to talk about right now.
It's early.
It's okay.
That doesn't negate it, because maybe there's somebody listening who is the person
What I
that has
need.
the thing that you need.
Do you
so
have what I need?
Contact us.
Oh, if you do, contact
Contact us. No. So we want to thank all of the guests for coming on the show, and I'm looking at Red Link's buttocks right now.
And you're not.
off
Are you
camera.
jealous?
And you're not. That should be the thing. I've already commented on it, by the way. I've said I'm looking at it. Oh,
that's
really?
fine. Okay.
We think
So-
we're being loud, but we're not.
I'm
That's
loud
the funny
here.
thing.
Yeah, 'cause it's really loud
I
in our
feel
heads.
great.
On purpose.
Before I was like, let me watch you guys interview, and it was just,
We don't want to yell. Yeah. So
and I was like,
we're
all
getting
right.
out of here. 7 o'clock is the show. If you're nearby,
That's-
make sure you check it
That's
out.
pretty soon.
Wait, is this
that's
live?
2
This is
hours.
live.
Yeah,
This
we're
is live.
we're
That's
live.
why we're not allowed to do anything naughty.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
because
realize
I can't
that.
fix
I'm
it.
not editing anything.
Nope.
This is awesome.
So-
It's
guys.
live and recorded. The good one will go up later. The live one is
And you
happening
can-
right
and
now.
you can get
So
to
I can
that-
see this later?
Yeah, you
Because
can-
I
where can we
wanted
see that at?
to
I'll tell
see
you how.
myself on the show
Thank you,
for like
Nakia,
years
for
now.
setting that up. You can go to f5live.tv, click the subscribe button to the right-hand side. Audio, video, social, and special events. This, of
I
course,
know,
being
it messes
audio,
with you on the right-hand
video,
side over there to our left.
and special events. So make sure you check that out. Check out our wonderful sponsors over at f5live.tv. And again, we are proudly powered by the Tech Podcast Network. Without them, we couldn't make this possible. Many thanks to Tate's Comics and Toys and Videos and more.
Their website is right here above our heads. You can see it.
TatesComics.com. The largest, correct me if I'm wrong, the largest one in the South South End is
Florida.
won the Peabody Award.
No, Eisner
the
Award.
Eisner
Eisner Award. That's what it was. Peabody
Florida's
is,
only Eisner Award-winning
yes.
comic book store.
After I was hired.
Oh, well,
Just
that
saying.
means that was the reason why. Holler. Many, yes. Many
It's totally not
thanks.
my fault, but I take credit for it.
Many thanks to all of our guests for coming on, and many thanks to Shifted to You as well for bringing on Jakejames Lugo, Venomous Fat Man, everybody. So, on behalf of the staff that's not here, I'm Nick.
I'm Scott.
And that's Alante over there. Nakia, Jordan, thank you.
you.
We will see you guys next week. Same time, same place, but we'll have Avram Pilch on
Not
the
same,
show.
not same time.
No,
or
not
same
time,
place.
Not same place. No. I'm used to that by now.
Yes.
Different time, different place. Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, f5live.tv/join us. So make sure you check us out on behalf of the staff. We'll see you guys later. Peace and chicken grease.
Ciao.
Check it, Grace.